The Bard's Tale. I thought it was a Bard's Tale, but apparently it's the Bard's Tale. Who knows? Who gives a shit? The game was marketed as apparently a hilarious spoof of a fantasy role-playing game, which I guess no one in the development got the memo because it wasn't funny in the slightest. It's kind of the funny where everyone sat around and maybe in a boardroom thinks what may be funny. It didn't translate. It's not. I didn't. No, didn't do anything for me personally. The game is, well, it was a 2004 remaster, and yeah, it really does show its age, so kind of let's jump straight into it. Gameplay is very difficult because it's pretty much like a head down camera, but it's very difficult to tell where you're going, very difficult to tell what the fuck you're going to do. I'm going to gameplay a 6 just because the camera's fucking dreadful and has a mind of its own. I don't know I genuinely don't know what the fuck its problem is sometimes. I feel like it wants to call me out for no reason. And you kind of walk back and forth, sometimes trying to figure out what the fuck you're going to do. Maybe it's kind of at an age of the point and click kind of logic, but it wasn't my bag. Like, I wasn't too keen on it. There's a few puzzles you have to try and figure out. There's a few things you do when you first start off with you face with like this big ass rat that you got to kill, and you got to go back and forth a couple times, grab something, go back to the rat. You can't kill it, so you got to sing to it. And and throughout the game, it does get a bit more convoluted like that. It's a bit of an odd one, but yeah, can entice, not me. Graphically, 6 again. It's not going to blow you away. It's just it does the job fine, but it's definitely not going to make. It's not going to be memorable enough. It's definitely not memorable for me. I'm almost forgetting it's sat here. It's okay at best. You can just about see what it is, but you can tell that it's 2004. You can tell that it's aged quite a bit. Narrative. The narrative, yeah, I'd say let's give narrative a solid 7. Why not? These numbers don't mean anything, do they? If anyone actually reads into these numbers, they're stupid. Yeah, so the plot covers the bard who never actually has a name, is literally just bard, who doesn't actually want to get involved into any quest or anything, is literally just after, and apparently it's coin and cleavage with tits and money, in, I suppose, is now at times. So he's not apparently interested in saving the world, but he ended up getting drawn into a rescue attempt for a princess. It's all very Super Mario, isn't it? And it's very tongue-in-cheek. It's very, oh, well, this is what an RPG would, or a RPG would be. If this is, what... that's what the plot usually would be, so just go along with it. It's very much tongue-in-cheek, very much aware of itself, and eye roll into the camera, and it's aren't you clever? Yeah. Audio, I mean, the audio does peak quite a lot of times. I'm aware that how ironic that might be if I'm speaking too close to the microphone, but you do get times where the sound will just like sort of crackle just a bit. And yeah, the recordings sound like they're in, or the voice recording sounds like they're in different postcodes, and it just sounds really odd. It gets a 5. The fire sounds like it's straight out of Windows 98. Not keen, not great. It's not going to jump. It's not going to grab you. Not solid. Technically, 6. This game is not going to set the world on fire if it hasn't already. It's technically fine. There's not really many bugs. There's a couple you may find yourself into. You can get stuck and you can easily get lost. But other than that, yeah, it's technically fine. If you're after an adventure that just doesn't take itself too seriously, then yeah, by all means pick it up. But it'll definitely lose itself in your memory just because of the maybe some of the puzzles are just a little bit too maybe convoluted, Maybe they're kind of a bit too eye-rolly because it's, we're self-aware. Isn't this what an ARPG does? Yes, and now stop doing it. But yeah, it's to me not keen. But what am I keen on nowadays? Not a lot. Oh, hey, it's me again. Don't forget to give us a follow if you enjoyed what you saw, or if you enjoyed what this channel does bring to you. We've got targets we need to hit, and your clicks and your subscribes will really help us out. Also, don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you know when we've got a new video dropping. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next one.